Hey everyone, welcome to Shoes Off Inside. I'm here with Kelly Who.
Oh my
and
God.
Tamlyn's joining us virtually.
Kelly Who.
Yes.
She's with
Look
Kelly
at this.
Who.
We're
in
together.
Vegas.
We're in Vegas in Kelly Who's
Wow.
new
She
house.
came to Vegas
I
to
did.
see
So
my new
jelly.
house and
So-
to see.
Well, this is the main no, sorry. Of course I came to see Kelly, but the reason why I
course.
came to see Kelly is because we're going to go see you two
At the Sphere.
Together.
at the Sphere
Together. Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah.
tonight.
So
It was an organic
exciting.
plan. It was an organic plan.
Yes.
And but because May had expressed, oh my God, we're talking about the Sphere, and Kelly had just moved and say, well, you want to go to U2? Oh, well, you want to go to U2?
Right.
It's
No.
like-
No,
so it
I
was
got
like this-
tickets. Somebody, because
Yeah.
these tickets have been sold out. And the only way you can get them is through like scalpers
Connections.
and
Right.
secondary, right?
Right.
And it just so happened I had a friend who was talking about how he got offered tickets at cost, like ticket cost.
Yeah.
And
They ain't cheap though, even at cost.
even at cost.
Yeah, but it's
Wow.
worth
The
it.
most I've ever spent for a ticket.
For a concert ticket?
For a concert ticket.
Same.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
And
Wow. But I'm sure it's going to be worth it. And you guys are going to not sleep tonight because of the experience of what it means to be at the Sphere.
well,
Oh my
also
God.
we might not sleep tonight because we might
Oh, yes.
we might go riding
That's
outside
right.
the city to like Lake Mead or something.
Yeah.
To go see the meteor shower. There's a huge
Oh, yes.
meteor shower tonight.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, since we're going to go outside of Vegas where there's going to be no lights, apparently that's the way you see it, right? Because if you go
Right.
somewhere where it's totally dark,
Yeah.
then you can really see the meteor shower.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of action going on tonight for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lots of action.
Have
but
either of you seen the Milky Way?
I
I
don't think so.
no, I have in the past. Yes. When I was like in the mountains.
I might have seen it while I was at Burning Man, but I might have been too stoned to realize it.
Yeah, I'm surprised that because again, you cannot miss it. You cannot miss the Milky Way when you're underneath
When you
it.
see
It's
it,
like
yeah.
you're absolutely. I felt actually a little claustrophobic seeing it. It's like, oh my God, I didn't know it was so close.
Really?
Because there's so many stars. You feel like it's like
Heavy.
it's like heavy. It's like a blanket of stars. It's like, oh my God. But again, you can't miss it. So even if you were stoned, I'm sure. But again, that's to see
that might have ruined my good high.
Yeah.
Oh my
Maybe, because you may have freaked out a little
Oh
bit.
my God. Well,
now-
we'll have a wonderful time. It's going to be absolutely crazy.
It will, because I've
It's,
seen videos and photos from Sphere with the U2, and that's when I was like, I must go to the show, right?
Yeah.
So when I knew that Kelly was in Vegas, I think I manifested this honestly because
Totally.
I said to Kelly,
yeah,
Kelly, I want to go to U2. If you ever come across tickets, just let me know and I'll be there.
And
not
tickets
thinking,
just dropped in my lap.
yeah, not thinking that we were going to get them. And then like a week later, you're like, I got U2 tickets. You want to go? And I'm like, oh
I
my
know.
God.
You're like,
Yeah. So I drove
Power
my
of
ass. I
positivity.
drove
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
ass to Vegas yesterday. Took me about 4.5 hours. So now we're here, and now we're going to do the show together.
Yay.
It's the first time that we're in the same room doing the show.
Because the three of us have never
Yes.
been in the same room recording the show.
Correct.
Right.
Not
The
yet.
only time that we were together was when Tamlyn did her show.
Yeah, with
That was the
when
first
you
time
guys
that we
Oh, right.
were together in person,
That's right. That's right. Yes.
not
So
recording.
that because we've been with each other like separately, right? Like I've been with you, Tamlyn, separately. I've been with you, and then but not the
that
three
was
of
the
us.
only
Not
time
the
that
three
we've
of
ever
us.
been together since
Yeah.
doing the show.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how long have we been doing the show?
A year.
It's been a year.
In a year.
Over a year.
Yay.
It
Well,
has to be over
A little over a
A
year.
little over
a
because we
year.
soft launched in late October of last year.
Okay.
Remember? And our first episode was called the No Name Show.
Oh,
Because
right.
we
'Cause we didn't have a name
We didn't
yet.
have a name, right? So that was our first episode. And then we finally came up with the name of the show, Shoes Off Inside. And
Right.
that's when we got going. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is our second annual holiday favorites episode. That's what we're going to do today, right? Because
Correct.
we're a
Correct.
little late, we have to admit, because
Yeah.
we've all been busy. Tamlyn, you just finished Spring Awakening, so you've been incredibly busy up
I've
until
been
then.
moving.
You've been moving
Yeah,
into a
she's
new
been
house.
moving. Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
teaching full time, and
Right.
I thought I was going to die.
And you just finished.
And I just finished. So that's why we're a little bit late doing this episode of Holiday Favorites, but we figured better late than never.
Mhm.
I mean, they don't have to be holiday gifts. They can be gifts any time of year. So that's why we're doing this now.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Is there anything else we want to chat about before we get to our gifts?
No.
No.
Well,
No.
what are you guys doing for the
No.
holidays? Are you guys in town?
I'm staying put. Look, I don't like to travel during the holidays when everybody else and their dog wants to travel. So
Yeah.
I like to stay because it gets quiet. I
So
think
this
it's
is
nice.
the perfect time to concentrate on wedding plans.
Oh
Ms. Mimi.
God. Yeah. Okay. Let's just briefly talk about that and then we can move on.
I know
There-
because
Okay, just to set the record straight, it's not like I don't want a wedding. Okay, I do. It's just that we're not really planning one. If that makes any sense.
if it happens, it happens. Yeah.
Okay, so
What
here,
do you? Wait, is this another one of these like manifesting things where you're just going to talk about it and then hope it falls in your lap?
well, okay.
Ooh.
Here's the thing. I think weddings.
You're very smart, Kelly.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
Maybe,
my God.
maybe so.
Yeah.
Maybe so. I think I've never been the kind of person that wanted some lavish, huge wedding, and like not, trying to look through all these magazines, about the perfect wedding dress or whatever. And as I
never do either.
yeah, and now that I'm older, obviously less so. Do I want to have some sort of ceremony or party or something to celebrate? Yeah, of course. Now that's why I had the engagement party.
Yeah.
Which neither of you came to, by the way.
Oh,
Anyway, yes, exactly.
Sorry.
Shame.
I know.
But
I was hungover, I think. No, I was driving back from Vegas.
That's what it was.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
what it was.
Yeah.
You were too tired.
was too
Anyway, and then I think Tamlyn, you were doing something else too. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm not
Whatever,
saying-
people. My co-hosts were not
Well,
there.
let's do a party.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so to answer your question, Tamlyn, I mean, I would like to have a wedding of some kind at some point. I will say that my fiance, Andre, he's been married before. So he's like, he's not into like ceremony and all that. So it's not like he is pushing for it.
When you say you would like to have a wedding, is it like you want to have like a wedding with guests and a cake and a first dance and all that kind of stuff? Or are you thinking like you guys just the two of you on a beach somewhere with a couple of witnesses?
Okay, here's the thing. Some people are like, well, just go to City Hall then and get married. I'm like, well, I don't really need to do that either. I mean, for me, it's like getting married, like officially married is not such a big deal. Maybe that's what it is. Officially getting married with the certificate and everything, that's not the big deal for me.
You just want the party.
I kind of want to party.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that just
And everybody wants to party. Yeah, everybody wants to party. And selfishly,
good to admit.
I think that's what it is. Like the couple wants to be the center of attention. And also that's where we get the bridezilla kind of syndrome. It's like,
Right.
It's truthfully about the woman being the center of attention. It's like, yeah, it can be like that, but it's about gathering the persons whom you love in your
Right.
life and celebrating this love. And you're really
Correct.
going out in the world as a couple together.
Exactly.
This is the one that I intend to spend the rest of my life with.
Yeah,
And
I think that's what it is for me.
gorgeous. Yeah.
I
That's
think
what it is
just
for
too
me.
much pressure for me.
And I think it's
Yeah.
also for my family too. My mom, she's still very traditional. So she thinks it's really odd
That
that
you've
I'm
never
not
been married.
Well, for sure. But she also thinks it's very odd that I'm not planning a wedding right now. She's like, what do you mean?
She can't get it out of her
She's
head.
like-
already made her guest
Oh
list.
no, she's like, you're
She-
engaged. So why did you get engaged then? She said, why did you get engaged then? You're not, what do you mean you're not planning a wedding yet? And she's so confused by that.
Right.
So I think she's kind of given up thinking, well, this may or may not happen. I don't know. But it would be nice for my mom to see that and participate in that. The engagement party she came to, she had a lovely time. But now I think she's like, well, where's the wedding?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah. So stay tuned, everyone. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
So basically, you're saying you might do it just to appease your mom
Basically, yes.
and have a party.
I mean, aren't
Yeah.
we always doing stuff for,
Would you wear a white dress?
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah, I mean, probably not like white. Okay, definitely not like a poofy, white wedding dress.
You're not going to look like a meringue walking down.
No, but
I
like
know.
would I wear
Meringue.
like a off-white or like a champagne colored dress like that was like nice and sleek and modern? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How many times have each of you been bridesmaids
Oh.
or maids of honor?
Never maid of honor because I wasn't able to make it. Okay, so during my days as a journalist living overseas, I had to say no a couple of times, and it was terrible. And I had to cancel once being a bridesmaid because
Okay.
ABC would not let me go.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
But
happened to me once.
yeah, I have been a bridesmaid 4 times.
I've
Okay.
been only a maid of honor once. And
Really?
then, yeah, only once. And then once I was asked, but I was working and I couldn't get off.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
the thing, right? When we are, on camera like this, we don't have control of our own schedules.
Over our schedules.
Even
Yeah.
our
Even-
bodies are like, I remember when I was on a TV series, like I could not get a dental appointment or a pap smear because
Because of your schedule.
because of the schedule.
Yeah.
And like
your time is owned. Your time is owned.
is just
Yeah.
not your own. So
Right.
you have to schedule it when you're on hiatus.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of your appointments, and so
Yeah.
God forbid something should be wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
when you realize, wow, how much did I sacrifice throughout because of my career, and quite a bit actually, quite a bit. But
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
how many times have you been a bridesmaid?
I think
27.
I can count at least 5. Never a maid of honor as well, but
Okay.
Oh wow!
I've also kept all my bridesmaid dresses because it's a time capsule. Feels like it's like
Oh, really?
very 80s, very 90s. And when you said meringue, it's like, oh yeah, I
Yeah.
still have those poofy kind of dresses because they were so and so's wedding, brides, and I just kept it as like a memento. But again, and I know I will donate it someday, but it's just like nice to just remember that it was a great day. It was a loving day.
That's so nice.
I have some old gowns. Of course, I
Yeah.
have tons of old gowns from when I
Yeah.
was in the teen pageant.
Oh yes, of course, your pageant
so,
days.
So yeah, one of the gowns that I had, I didn't know what to do with.
Yeah.
And I was just gonna give it away, but I'm like, who's gonna wear it? It's like from the 80s. It's a size
Yeah.
2. It's so tiny. You could wear it. But anyway, so my niece happened to be in town, and she tried it on, and it fit her perfectly. And she's like, I could wear this to my prom. She's like, because this dress has a story, and she loved that it had the story because it was the dress that I wore when I gave up the crown for Miss Teen USA.
I love that.
Oh, that's
I
really
love
cool.
that your niece.
Actually, that's really cool.
I don't know if she's actually going to do it. We'll see.
I think that's really cool, though.
But how cute is that?
That's so sweet. That's so
Good.
sweet.
Send her a photo of you in the dress.
Yeah.
And so ask her if she might have the time to replicate it. That is
I
truly
think that'd
a
be
story within a story.
amazing.
I
That would be
love
amazing.
that.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I think, and I love that kids think that way nowadays.
It's this generation. I think they're very conscientious
Yeah.
about
Recycling.
recycling, repurposing,
Yeah.
refinding. Yeah,
And
Because I would never in
thrifting.
a million years think of wearing my mom's or my aunt's dress.
I know, but now they look at stuff that we used to wear as vintage.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally
Yeah, so we had good taste back then. Yeah, even though we, yeah.
Are we vintage or
Yeah.
antique?
No, I know. I know.
I think antique is 50, or is it?
No, I think antique is 100, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think you're right. I think
Is it?
antique is 100. I think vintage is 50, but it might also be 50 and
So
25.
things
I don't
from
know.
the
80s are considered vintage.
Almost vintage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It is. Like, I remember seeing this like little starlet at some, award ceremony, and she was being interviewed, and the guy was like, so what is this dress? Who's this? And she's like, oh, this is vintage from 1987. And I'm going, what?
Fuck you.
I'm like, that is not vintage. Oh God. I seriously was like, oh shit, I'm old. Yeah. Anyway.
Do you do this
And then
thing where
and then there's no shame about regifting with this generation as well, because it's like, if I don't
Oh.
like this, it's like I think you would like this, and it's the
or you can
regifting
use
kind of
it, right?
thing. There's there's the lessening of that stigma about regifting, but because again, trying to reuse and recycle and repurpose is
That's
definitely
nice.
in their mindset. Yeah,
I'm glad this generation is much more conscientious about that. So that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Certainly
yeah.
better than what we were doing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So, well, speaking of regifting, we're going to talk about gifting.
Yes.
Oh, what a segue.
Yay.
I'm so smooth. Well, as we said earlier in this episode, this is our holiday favorites episode. And so we each have a couple of items. Some we have physically, and others we're just going to show photos and the website and all that. So, Kelly, why don't
Do you want me to go
start?
first?
Why don't you
Sure.
start? Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so I have a few things. I have a few like physical items, and then I have a few items that are just, online stuff.
Yeah.
So first, let me start with this wine.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I've newly taken up drinking. But so do
You were
tell.
never a drinker?
I
You were
am
never a
now,
drinker?
but I didn't drink
Ooh.
for like 20 years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Ooh.
Wait, did you not know that?
No.
I thought I was
No, you
allergic.
did not know that.
I thought I was allergic to alcohol for like 20 years, and it turns out I'm only allergic to shitty alcohol.
I had no idea that you didn't drink for 20 years.
Yeah.
And is
Wow.
it
Welcome
because of
to
the
the
age?
party. Welcome to the party.
Do you flush?
I
Do you flush?
I do
So
too.
it's the histamines. It's the
Less,
histamine.
less now. So,
Yeah.
so this wine is organic, and it's by a company called Tinto Amorio, and it is the first South Asian-owned natural wine brand. So their wines are vegan, organic, certified, and have low sulfites, which is what I think makes me red, right? Or gives me headaches. So the brand also donates 5% of its proceeds to local food banks and has provided over 100,000 meals to the hungry in LA and Orange County so far.
That's so nice. That's so
Isn't
cool.
that amazing?
Okay, and
So
you have to
Tinto.
mention this is orange wine.
So yes, do you know about orange wine?
No, I don't.
Oh,
Wow.
I just
It's
learned
one of my
about it
favorites.
myself. So it's one of these like it's skin. They call it skin contact wine.
contact.
So apparently, that's what makes it orange, right?
Yes.
The skin
Yes.
contact.
So it's a way that they make the wine, and the orange wine dates back thousands of years, actually, and it originated in the Ukraine area, actually. Yeah.
Yay.
And
Okay,
so,
okay.
because they're long-standing winemakers in that
Oh
region.
yeah.
But orange wine is delicious. I love it. I love orange.
And here's another interesting fact. So this actually lists that it is vegan. Did you know that not all wines are vegan?
This I didn't know.
How can it not be vegan?
Right.
So you see how this is not filtered, right?
Yeah.
So wine goes through a filtering process that includes some sort of bone. And so true vegans, don't consider it
Who knew?
vegan.
I did not know that
Because of
until
the
she
filtering process.
Yeah, until she shared that with me yesterday. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting,
Okay.
right?
So this one is, you see, it's super cloudy.
It's
you
cloudy.
don't see through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So
For sure.
it's considered vegan.
But orange
Okay, so
wine.
it's called Tinto. What's the brand name?
Tinto Amorio.
Amorio.
Tinto
Well,
Amorio.
yeah, we're
okay,
gonna
so
put-
but
we're gonna
you're
put
going to
all
put
of
it
that.
up on the
Yeah, we're
on
gonna
the
put all
show.
the links up on the screen. So
Okay, and then so
fantastic.
staying within the eating.
Oh my gosh.
So last year, remember I did that whole thing of Fly by Jing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That was
This
one
year
of yours.
it's Momofuku.
Look at this.
Yes,
Okay, look at this
I'm a
Mac
big
Daddy
fan.
tray.
Oh my
look
God,
at this.
wait,
oh
I
my
have to
God.
stand up.
Please, yeah, don't fall.
Okay,
Okay, there we go.
check
Okay.
it out.
Holy you got the whole set.
$95 for the
Yeah.
whole set. You could send somebody a meal for like a year. No,
Yeah.
okay, it's not a year, but I mean,
Yeah.
look at
It's
that's
all these
25 packets
25 packets,
of
noodles,
ramen,
right.
noodles, and 4 of these
The
jars.
spicy sauces,
of
yeah.
these
chili sauces. Yeah.
which I'm obsessed with. You know,
This
when I was a
one.
kid, I hated anything spicy.
You're
and
so
now
weird. Okay,
I
no.
love spicy, and I love spicy with the crunchy.
Yes,
That's my favorite.
this one, the black
Yeah.
truffle chili crunch sounds amazing.
We're
This
so having this
extra
later tonight.
spicy chili.
When we come back
and
late.
then this chili crunch with hot honey. Oh man.
Okay.
They're so good.
So the
They're
Momofuku
so
is
good.
David Chang.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can get that online. They've got lots of other gift stuff. That was just one of them. Because I wanted it all for myself.
Yeah.
I gave
And
you
the
an
thing
excuse.
about Momofuku is that they have recipe alterations, so you just don't have to follow the package
Yes, it
directions.
actually
You could
comes
actually
with the
make a
whole thing.
ramen out of it rather than the pan fried noodles.
Right.
And it's just so good about the
This
idea.
actually comes with the whole recipe, little pamphlet and everything. So my third thing is, look at this.
So good.
Alimaki.
It says Asian American Girl Club.
Yes.
How freaking cute is that?
Wait,
Yeah.
is it
Yeah.
Alimaki?
It's Alimaki's.
Oh,
yeah.
it is.
Oh, you didn't
Yes,
even know. I didn't
I
know
did
that
not
either.
know that. I just saw it
Yeah.
online. But
And
I
it
thought
was
awesome.
It's a testament to her persistence about putting that label Asian American Girl Club, because she got a lot of pushback from American Girl, the doll. And so she had to agree never to put those words together. That's why it's Asian American Girl Club. You'll never see on her items because she's just trying to be, a businesswoman in this system. And she had to agree because it's like, American Girl is a corporate, huge entity.
Right.
But she's trying to find out what it means to be an Asian American and push out that kind of positivity out there. And she's been at it for about, I want to say 6, 7, 8 years now, but she's been really persistent about that. So
I love this shirt. I think I'm going to give one of these to my nieces who are coming for Christmas.
That's
I think it's adorable.
I love that you knew the backstory about that, Tam.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's cool.
For sure.
Okay, next up.
And then, so what I don't have, because I ordered from this company, but it didn't come in time. It's not going to come until January 2nd.
After the holidays.
But there's a company online called Mana Up or houseofmanaup.com. And it's a website that features all these local brands from Hawaii that are sustainably made, that are all made in Hawaii with Hawaiian products, and it's awesome. They have everything, chocolates, clothing, skincare, all that kind of stuff. One of the things I ordered, which I thought was really interesting, was from Kapanui Nails. And so they're out of Waimea, Hawaii on the Big Island. And they make a line of nail products that are clean, green, high performance, and are conscious, eco-conscious, right? So you know how like toxic nail stuff can be, especially like the removers and it's awful. So they have come up with an entirely clean, non-toxic brand.
That's cool.
And they also frequently donate to Ho'ola Napua, both in kind and in cash, a nonprofit committed to prevention of sex trafficking and providing care for children who have been exploited.
That's great.
So and this is started by two women out of Hawaii.
We love that.
House of Mana Up. So MANAA.
Mana Up. MANA.
Okay.
Mana Up. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's and they have like tons of other companies, and this Kapanui Nails is just one of them that I ordered from. I also ordered actually a puzzle from Surf Shack Puzzles from their line because I love puzzles.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
I just never have the time to do them.
It keeps your brain fresh. Yeah. You don't have a dedicated table where you just lay out the puzzle and just do pieces when you're having coffee.
But I might.
That's what
you have
now
enough
that
room.
you have a huge house. Have a puzzle room.
She totally has enough room for a puzzle room.
If I don't make a living room, it'll be a puzzle room.
But that's so funny because I used to do puzzles all the time with my family when I was a kid, but I haven't done a puzzle in decades.
Right?
No,
Me too.
God. Yeah.
It used to be a thing. People are just too busy on their phones now, I guess.
No, it's so
no
true.
time for puzzles.
It's so true. Okay.
So my fifth and final thing, I also don't have anything to show, but
we're going to show
I
pictures.
have done this before. Yeah. So it's actually my friend Kay. She had just before the pandemic, she opened up a company called Sugarbird Sweets, and she's a trained chef. She does like desserts and things like that. She specializes in scones.
Scones is scones.
And so, right? And so she does all these like gift bags or gift boxes that you can send. So what happens is she opened her company, her store, her bakery, and then COVID came along, and so she had to pivot. And what she did was brilliant. She actually did these like little tea boxes that you could send which included scones, little sandwiches, teas. She would FedEx them to wherever you wanted in the United States, so they would arrive overnight, and then you could like pop the scones in your little toaster oven and make your own tea, and you could have high tea with somebody across the country.
Which you did, right?
Which I did.
With your
so
niece?
so my niece and I, that's our little thing.
That's
like
so
whenever
cute.
she comes to visit, she and I, nobody else is allowed to come usually. It's just alone time for she and I, and we go and we have high tea. And so during COVID, I sent her a box and I ordered a box for myself. They're out of Glendale, so I actually went to pick it up. But I sent her a box in Virginia, and we had high tea together over Zoom.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
I
So
love that.
this website,
So
Sugarbird
Sweets in
Sugarbird
Glendale?
Sweets, and they'll send you like the whole like little tower thing, so you can set
little
it up,
cake
a little
tray.
cake
Yeah.
tower, you know, with two
Yeah.
levels, and then some of these boxes actually come with little teacups and sets and stuff as well.
It's adorable. It's such a good
Yeah.
idea. It's so sweet. So I love afternoon tea. I love
So
high
do
tea. I don't go that often though. But when I go, it's like you just feel so like
Fancy.
elegant and posh,
Right.
you know? And those little finger sandwiches with the little
Like the
crust
queen.
cut. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. But I do love scones and the coddled cream and the jam.
Me
and
too, and
everything
it
like
comes
that.
with all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a great idea.
yeah.
That's a great
Wow.
idea. Yeah.
And that you
Sugarbird
could-
Sweets. Okay.
Sugarbird Sweets,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
you could do it any time of the year.
Yeah,
You know, we
exactly.
did it at Easter.
Oh.
And we wore hats.
Yeah.
It was really cute.
Aw.
We wore little hats and got dressed up and did our little Zoom. And then later
That's
on,
super
she
fun.
stood up and I saw she had sweatpants under her dress.
Well, didn't we all during those Zoom
I
days?
love
Yeah,
that.
of course.
I love
Okay.
that. Oh
all right,
my
so that's it for
God.
you,
So that's
right?
me.
Okay. Tam, do you want to go?
Sure.
Yeah.
I have actually 5 plus because Kelly and May threw me a fifth one, actually a fifth one. But I don't have the physical items with me, but I just like to speak with love about all of them because they've been in my life for a little while now. And the newest one, I'll work backwards, is a Filipino company, a Filipino American woman out of the Bay Area. And she runs a company called House of Hara, Hara.
Okay.
And to me, it's a Filipino company, and she makes what I found is that at a Filipino American bazaar, she made these ornaments, and they are Christmas ornaments, and they are designed in what they call the star parol. It's the star that Filipinos and Filipino Americans hang on their windows for the light to literally shine through like stained glass.
Oh.
And it's to represent the victory of light over darkness.
Oh, nice.
It's very Christian oriented, Star of Bethlehem kind of thing, but it's very Filipino because a lot of her items are made of capiz shells. And
Wait, what are those?
Kelly, you might know because they're the white shells that you'll see a lot in Hawaii. They're the white, crackly looking potato chip looking like shells.
Oh, yeah.
And they hang in chandeliers.
Yes.
And it's a very Southeast Asian
Yes.
Asian
Southeast Asian.
shell that's used for jewelry, for decorations, for chandeliers, for lamps. But a lot
They
of
look
her
like shrimp
items are made out.
chips
Exactly.
Before you fry them.
Yeah.
Oh, you fry them, yeah. So
Yeah.
capiz shells and woven items, as well as Filipino and Filipino American design clothing. So it's called
Interesting.
House of Hara, Hara,
Okay.
and out of the Bay Area. I just love them, and I'll send you the links as well.
Okay, cool.
But the second item is Andrea Ueda, Andrea, Andrea, Ueda, Uyeda. And she runs 2 companies, and they're both cookies and pastries and cakes and pies. Cookie, Kukki, and
K-I.
edible, Edibol. She's a local LA-based chef. She had her own brick and mortar, but she had to close down during pandemic.
Okay,
And
yeah.
she's associated with, I think it's a restaurant that you all know, Far Bar in Little Tokyo.
Of course.
Yeah. So she
Ah.
supplies a lot of their. She runs the restaurant, but she also has her own business, and she bakes the most delicious cakes. Oh my God! To order. She can do vegan. Her website is. Her Instagram account is at Andrea Ueda Cookie, Kukki. So
Okay.
I just want to put a shout out for Andrea
Nice.
and her edible delectables.
Yum.
The third one is the Lindas. I think I've worn their T-shirts. How many?
Oh my
Yes.
God, I
And-
love them.
I
Yeah.
know. I
Yeah.
know.
So
They're
again,
so cute.
they're a group of 4 high school girls.
I love that
who
they're still
had-
together.
Oh, yeah. They're still
You know,
Because
performing.
weren't they only like 8, 10 years old when they got together?
I think I want to say they were 10 to 13, and then
okay.
now they're 15 to 18,
Yeah.
15 to 19, sorry. And
Yeah.
so they're sticking it out. They're going on tour. They're getting huger and huger.
Oh
they have
my
a
God.
huge tour next year.
Wow.
And so the lindalindas.com.
Yeah.
You can buy their merchandise. I think their merchandise up through Christmas is 25% off. And
Okay.
they've got a whole bunch of other merchandise.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I just want to give a shout out to Bella
Yeah.
and Lucia and Eloise. Oh my God. They're just, they design their own stuff.
Have you met them?
Oh yeah. They're daughters of friends of mine. So the connection for me, Eloise is the daughter of Martin Wong and Wendy Lau. Martin Wong is the co-founder of Giant Robot.
Oh,
Oh my God.
funny.
Okay.
So that's the connection there.
Got it.
You know, Giant Robot, founded by Eric Nakamura and Martin Wong, was this whole 80s thing about, you know, alternative culture, skaters and surfers and punk rock. And they're Martin's daughter.
Did they go back
Wendy's
as far
daughter.
as the 80s? Because I never knew about them until much later.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I'm
Martin
always
has
slow.
always been a diarist of punk rock music and LA music specifically. And I just want to give a shout out to PBS and KCET's Artbound, developed by Nick Cha Kim, because they have a documentary that's streaming that you can stream off of YouTube or the PBS app. Check out Chinatown Punk Wars. And you'll see the evolution of specifically punk rock in Los Angeles. And it references the Linda Lindas because they are direct descendant from Los Angeles punk rock scene.
Right.
So
that's so cool.
That's that connection. Yeah.
That's so cool that it's being carried on through their generation. You know, the punk rock. Yeah, that's really pretty awesome.
So, and then, you know, they're feminine.
Yeah, totally.
You know, fierce warriors. And again, you know, about because they're not Generation Z. They're going to define who they are in a few years. It's like we're not Generation Z because Generation Z is going to be old by the time they come into adulthood.
Like Generation Alpha or
their Generation Alpha.
I have not. Yeah, I've not heard that yet. Yeah. So that's the lindalindas.com.
Okay.
The other one, and it's a Hawaiian-based company, and I actually don't know how to pronounce them because, and Kelly, you might know of them, but it's a company that Yuji Okamoto turned me on to. I want to say they're VHO7V.com. It's aloha upside down. So I don't know if you can see that.
Oh my God, it's totally aloha upside down.
Wow.
That's so cute. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay. So what do they do?
So they're a t-shirt. Yeah, they're a t-shirt company and they have awesome designs and the fullness of their heart, because I think over the last 4 months since the Maui fires, they've done t-shirt fundraisers, and I think they've already donated over $80,000.
Oh wow!
To Maui fire relief.
Oh, that's
so
wonderful.
They're the goodness of their heart. Ed just opened his second brick and mortar, I think, in Kaimuki, and so I just want to give a shout out to them because, again, you know what we need to do. For all the, you know, the stories that are out there about Ukraine, what's going on with Israel and Hamas, what's going on with Maui fires, what's going on with tsunami, what's going on with the Rohingyas, you know, the turmoil around the world. It's like when we can spotlight, you know, collectively a business that's trying to do something for another, you know, outside of his or her scope. It's like, let's put a spotlight on them. So I just want to give a shout out to Aloha 7. I don't know. I never knew because it's like
I've never seen them either. So
I
don't
just
know
check
how
it out.
You would actually pronounce it. I would say upside down aloha.
I know.
I know this is is you know, reverse, but again, that's that company.
Cool. Cool concept. Yeah.
So, and then the last one, I just want to thank May and Kelly, because I only had 3, and then I thought of the 4th one, and then it goes. But the 5th one is called The Sill, SILL, and they are a plant company that comes out of New York. And I just looked them up online, and they deliver plants nationwide. It's a wonderful sounding company. I'm speaking off the cuff about it, but they're already having discount prices on their Nordic pines, on their Norfolk pines, very Christmassy. But I just want to give a shout out to them because Kelly really wanted to, say,
plants.
let's give them, give them a little love. Yeah. if you could give something living during Christmas,
which is
it's like
really nice. Yeah.
it lives through you, and it's something about you giving care to something else. So just that
Yes.
kind of idea of sustainability,
Yeah.
and it's about being green. And thank you to all the nations saying we got to get off of fossil fuels and get onto a new kind of energy source. This is that kind of thinking that is due to the evolution of what it means to be better humans and a better human race. So just give a shout out to
Also, just
the
having
still.
plants.
Amen.
Yeah, the sill. Also, just having plants in your house is just healthier.
It is.
Yeah.
You know,
It is because
it
it's
provides oxygen.
Exactly. Exactly.
Some plants even filter.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know the mother-in-law's tongue plant?
Yeah.
That's supposed to be very good
Or
to
they
put
call
by.
it snake plant.
Yeah, but that's
Snake plant,
supposed to be very good to put by electronics because it
Oh.
apparently absorbs all the
I need
like
one
the
right next to my head.
radio frequency waves. No, seriously, that's what they say.
Yeah.
So they say you should put it by your TV and other electronics.
I think you should put it by your bed.
And the snake plant is one of the easiest plants to take care
It
of.
is. It's very
indoors.
hardy.
I love it.
Indoors.
It's
Yeah.
very hardy.
And
Yeah.
super interesting looking. It looks just so evil. I love
It's
it.
very,
Yeah.
it's very sexy. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very sexy.
Yeah.
Do you
It's very
name
sexy.
your plants? Do you guys? Oh, you guys are not plant people.
I mean, I have
No.
plants, but no, I don't name
You
my
don't
plants.
name them.
Do you?
Do you name your plants?
We do not name our plants, but we
Oh.
name our trees outside.
Oh,
So not the indoor plants. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cute. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
No, I have names for my plants.
Do you
I don't have a
really?
lot of plants. I only have like two that I
Okay,
brought
I
with
see
me
one
from
in
LA.
I see one in the corner.
That's
What's
Norma Jean.
Norma Jean? Okay.
I have to show you why she's called Norma Jean.
Why is she- okay, don't walk
Hold
away
on.
with your
Why?
ears.
I'm gonna-
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
gonna have
unplug
to
your
unplug it
earphones.
first.
Okay.
Because you guys have to see this. It's unbelievable.
Okay.
And
Gosh.
she brought it from LA.
From LA. Yeah.
Oh my
Okay, she's
God.
bringing
Do you
over-
know what?
she's
Do you
bringing over
understand why she calls it Norma Jean
I
by
don't know.
sight?
She's going to tell us now. No, I have no idea.
Oh, wow.
Wait, can you see? That is amazing. Seriously.
I saw her and I was like, I have to
Wait,
have her.
that is, oh my God.
It's Norma Jean. It's the sexiest ficus in the world.
Oh my
my
God.
God.
Yeah.
Seriously. Okay. I get it now.
Yeah.
How long have you had that?
Oh gosh, maybe about 3-4 years now.
Wow.
I thought she wasn't gonna survive because I hear ficus are very temperamental,
They are.
dramatic.
They
you
are.
know, all her leaves are gonna drop when she
Yes.
moves
Like
to
Norma
Vegas.
Jean. Like
Right?
Norma Jean.
But
Right?
she loves it here.
I
She's
can't-
doing really well. She's
now I
thriving,
can't
new
stop
leaves.
Staring
See,
at
her
this plant.
butt.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect butt on a ficus. God. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And then I brought another plant that lives outside. Her name is Edwina because she was given to me by my friend Eddie, who used to live with me and help me work on my apartment back in LA. And he passed away shortly after he moved.
Oh no.
And so I named her Edwina, and she's not doing so well. But my thing is, I gotta keep her alive. I just hired a gardener out here for my yard because I actually have a yard. I have a lemon tree.
Yes.
And so I was like, he's like looking at me like, why are you bringing this dead plant all the way from LA? And then I had to explain to him, I'm like, he's like, oh, okay, yes.
he's
now
gonna help.
we're going to keep her alive.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I
yeah.
love that story. All right. Are we all done then with that?
Yeah.
Okay. My turn.
Your turn.
All right. So we're going to start with foodology because, we're all about food here too. So foodology is a new bakery that I literally discovered. I'm going to show you the picture first. I was walking one day down my street in my hood, and I saw the sign on the sidewalk. And this was the sign. Here, I'll show it to you. So
I can see it. Yeah.
it's the caricature, right?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
a
is
cartoon,
that?
right?
Yeah.
And I saw foodology. I'm like, that cartoon looks like an Asian woman.
It is.
Right? So I'm like,
Mhm.
I got to go to where the sign is pointing. So I went around the corner and I saw this cute little bakery, and she had just opened like a little less than a year ago because she was always doing pop-ups and just Instagram.
What
But-
part of town is this?
Long Beach.
Long Beach.
Where I live, right?
Okay.
So I
okay.
went in and she does these amazing, she's Filipina American.
Uh-huh.
And so she, of course, incorporates her Filipino tastes, and flavors.
Do I see purple? Do I see ubi?
Of
Yeah.
ube.
okay.
But then she does like churro churro doodle cookies.
Oh my
right?
God.
Then these are little like brownie bites with ube, matcha, strawberry, different flavors.
Okay, now that you've like shared this, can we bust it
yes,
out?
you need to try because
for sure.
it's delicious. It's really, and she's so super talented. She's so cute. Her name is Maria. And so you can find her here. I'm gonna bring up the information.
Wait,
so
these have a lot of like little powder on them. You know,
Yeah.
I always end up coughing because I inhale the
don't
powder.
inhale the powder.
powder
Okay,
first.
so you can find her at eatfoodology.com. So we'll put that on the screen. Her name is Maria. She's the founder and head baker. So she created a menu that includes all of her childhood flavors as a Filipina, but then also American. She makes like chocolate chip cookies too.
These are so good. You
I'm
know
telling
why?
you, right?
You know why I like it? Because it has a little bit of rock salt in it.
Oh yeah, so it's
And
not
salty and sweet is
It's
my
the best.
favorite combination.
Yeah. And the matcha is delicious as well. I mean, it's all so
Got it
good.
all over my hands.
I know this
Good
is
thing I wash my hands just
so
before this.
Foodology. You can order
Yum, yum,
from the
yum, yum, yum,
website,
yum.
or you can go to her brick and mortar shop in Long Beach. So
Okay.
Oh my
that's
God, it's
I
so
told you, I
good.
told you. It's like so good. It's so good.
Okay.
Foodology. Great.
yes.
Fantastic.
The
Right.
next
I'm
one,
going down to Long
I don't
Beach.
have the actual physical doll, but have you guys heard of the Jilly doll?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Jilly doll was created by Eleanor Mock, and she's an Asian American mother of two. And she realized when she wanted to buy her daughter a doll that there were no, there was
Asian
no
dolls.
representation, right, at all. And so she decided to take
At
it upon
all?
herself. No, not even like an American girl. It's just like I think they
Barbie, I think, made one
okay
for a little
temporarily
while.
temporarily, but no dolls that were always available, right?
Uh-huh.
And really depicted an Asian girl looking like an Asian girl, right?
Like a normal, regular,
Right.
ordinary Asian girl.
Exactly.
Not because I have an anime Wong Barbie doll.
Right.
But again, that's
But that's not what
something
they
you
look
grow
like.
up
So
and play
crazy
with.
that they only put it up for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, it's
Like we're
just,
only valid,
Right,
for
for
like temporarily.
and then we disappear.
Yeah.
So we'll put up the photo, but this is the Jilly doll.
It's
And
super cute.
she's so cute. I mean, she
It's
looks
very cute.
totally Asian, but she looks like a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's so sweet. So she decided, okay, well, I'm going to make this doll. So you can find these dolls at jillybing.com. I think they're like 14 inches high.
Oh, that's
and
substantial.
It's
for a
yeah,
doll.
it's a
I
pretty
bet
big
it's heavy
doll.
too.
Yeah,
Like
so
life size kind of.
yeah, but I just thought this was such a wonderful idea. It's such a great gift idea for girls,
Little girl,
because
right?
we didn't have this when we were growing up. That's for
I gotta
sure.
have more of this.
I know.
can't
Look at
stop
you. I
eating
know,
it.
right? I told you. I told you. Okay, so that's Jilly doll, but you can find it at jillybing.com.
Okay.
And then next is, of course, Lemieux, right?
Of course.
Oh, yes,
Our
of course.
favorite. So I'm
Of
just going to feature one product this time. It's the hyaluronic serum. So hyaluronic acid, as many of us know, is very good for like fine lines and wrinkles, but it also helps in healing. If there's any like wound or, you get any kind of treatment done, it's very good for soothing, sort of irritated skin.
Oh,
So-
you would think the opposite because you think
No,
acid.
no.
Yeah.
So this
okay.
serum has a hyaluronic, but it's not like really acidic. It's not going to like, be
Okay.
harsh.
You say that really well.
Yes, hyaluronic.
Hyaluronic.
Yeah. So
Hyaluronic.
I love this. I use this every day, actually.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna
okay.
test my mom on
And
that word.
Lemieux, of course, you can find it at LemieuxSkincare.com. We love Lemieux. Janelle Liu, the founder, Asian
She's
American
amazing.
woman. She's a rock star, total badass. So we love Lemieux.
Yes.
Okay. And then I have my friend, Michelle Roy. She has a company called Social Butterflies Los Angeles. She used to have, kind of like the other woman, she used to have a brick and mortar in LA, but she closed it down because the rents were going up, and she was just like, this is ridiculous, right before COVID.
Right
Not-
before COVID.
Yes, not knowing that COVID was coming. Thank God
Oh.
she did when she did, she shut it down right before. Then she decided to just go completely online and then also run her store, sort of a private boutique out of her condo. But she makes some of the products she hand makes, and these are little Christmas ornaments. You
Look
see
at how
this?
bougie that is.
Oh, wow.
It's so bougie. So she'll use like Chanel. This is LV. She has
Yeah.
Tiffany, and they decorate them. You know, they customize the Christmas balls like this, so you can
I know
order those.
exactly who I'm going to
Wow.
give that to.
Yeah. No, they have her Hermes,
Yeah.
and then they'll also decorate these candles, right?
Oh my God,
So
there is wow.
look, so
Blinging them
it's
out.
Holy
bling them
moly.
out like this, and it's just a candle, but they're gorgeous, right?
Yeah.
So you can
Hello.
order them online at socialbutterflieslosangeles.com, or if you
Oh, and
live,
it smells so good.
it
I can
smells so
smell
good.
it.
You can
Yeah.
smell it, right? And if you live in LA, she sells at Kitsit. You know,
Kitson.
Kitson,
Kitson.
Kitson,
Kitson.
right? Kitson
The one on Robertson.
Robertson, exactly.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, so this is my good friend Michelle. She's been, she's been a friend for decades as well.
Okay.
But this is great stuff. And then finally, I thought, okay, people like to celebrate during the holidays, especially New Year's. So a lot of people like to drink bubbly, right? But
Yes.
sometimes people are like, I don't know what kind of bubbly to get, and like I'm
Especially
not
if
going
you're
to
having
get
a party.
right, and you can't you're not going to go get like a $50 bottle of Veuve Clicquot, right? Because it's too expensive.
Because you have to buy a whole case.
Exactly.
If
So
you're having a big party.
I always recommend this. It's from Trader Joe's,
The best.
Le Burgundy Crémant. Okay, a Crémant is a type of sparkling wine. It's like champagne,
sparkling wine. Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And it is
Crémant,
French. It is French.
Mhm.
It's $11. It's $11, and it's so good. And I'm a kind of a snob when it comes to champagne. This is my go-to. My go-to. So there's regular, and then there's the rosé.
I love rosé champagne.
So
I don't know. Does that make me cheap?
no,
It goes in line with why you like orange wine, because it's skin contact. That's why rosés are rosé.
Yeah, so rosé doesn't mean it's like, sweet, because I think people misunderstand like rosé or even orange wines. It's not because it's sweet. It's just the type of fermentation and the skin contact, like you're saying.
Yeah.
And you know what I just saw on Instagram? Olivier Krug. Krug, is that how you say his name?
Yes, Krug.
He was saying how you should never drink champagne out of a champagne flute.
Why?
Or a coupe even. He drinks it out of what looks like a wine glass.
Did he say why?
Something about not being able to experience the whole thing when it's in just like a little flute.
A little flute, because the vessel is so small that you're not enjoying the bubbles.
Exactly. You need to experience the bubbles.
You need
that
to
are
open
popping
it
in your face.
Yeah, the bubblix.
And
the fizziness.
The whole the fizziness
That makes
and the
sense.
whole fragrance and
Okay.
and, it's too confined when it's in a flute.
But I love my champagne flutes.
Do you?
I do.
I like coupes now.
I like coupes too.
I just like a big
Yes.
bowl of champagne.
I do love my champagne. I do love my champagne. So
I also
I
just
love
feel
the
like
coupes.
it's sort
I
of
love the
elegant.
yeah.
Yeah.
To have it
well,
in a coupe.
elegant also, and we'll go because this is our style. The coupes, I can't remember who said it. It's like the perfect boob side is the coupe.
Yes, that's true. That is true. That's what they say.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So here's.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot one last thing. Okay. So when I was at Trader Joe's getting the Crémant, I was asking, do you guys have something non-alcoholic, that's bubbly or whatever? She's like, oh, we did, but we're out of that. But try this. She said this ginger beer that's non-alcoholic. She said that this is the best ginger beer she's ever had. So she's
wow.
like,
Ginger
you
beer.
must
Okay.
try it. I'm like, really? Okay. She's like, you really,
Okay.
she's like, I always buy a case of it every season because it's only seasonal.
Oh, it is.
This
See, I
particular
hate
ginger
that. Oh, yeah.
beer.
Did you know that pumpkin seeds are only seasonal?
No, come on.
Yes, I went to
No.
Trader Joe's and I was like, where are your pumpkin seeds? Because I'm, on these long 4-hour drives back and forth all the time. I love chewing on pumpkin seeds. It keeps me busy and awake, and it's just like my thing. I like doing pumpkin seeds while I drive. And I, Trader Joe's always has these organic pumpkin seeds. They're the best because they don't have too much salt on them.
Okay.
And I went in the other day to find some for my drive, and she says, "Oh, they're out of season." I was wait.
How is that
there's
possible?
a season?
No.
No,
Trader Joe's is weird that
really?
way, you guys. I think that's how they keep the interest going in their products. They don't always carry certain things, so they build up like this
That could be
anticipation.
true. Yeah.
Because
that could be
I'll
true.
tell you another story about Trader Joe's products. Have you ever bought their candlesticks? Their white candlesticks. Okay.
Tapered candles? Yeah.
They're just candlesticks for, and they're seasonal. They only come out in like late November or mid-November.
Oh.
So a friend of mine told me this. She said, you need to buy those candlesticks when they come out.
Why?
Because she says people search for them and want them for
Why?
other occasions because apparently they're the best candlesticks.
Oh.
They burn really cleanly. There's no dripping or anything like that. So like event planners, everybody wants those candlesticks. She said, so if you buy a ton of them and you can sell them back on eBay for like 10 times more. And I'm like, seriously? She's like, go on eBay.
my God.
Look, go on eBay. And
That's
I
what we
did.
should have been doing during the strike.
I'm telling you, and I was like, I went on eBay because this was like back in the summer, and I'm like, holy shit, she's right. They were like $30, you know, for just like 8 candles when you can buy them for $5 at
Wow.
at Trader Joe's. So guess what I did? I bought 8 boxes.
Good for
So
you.
anyway,
Look,
okay, we're gonna try
ginger
this ginger beer. Okay, let's try
yay.
this.
Yay.
Ooh, that is good.
Oh, that is
It's very
good.
gingery. I like that.
I like it too.
Okay, cheers, Tamlyn.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers,
Okay.
cheers.
Okay,
cheers,
that's
cheers.
good.
I
That's
like it
yummy.
because it's not too fizzy either. You know how sometimes things are just so fizzy you're like, oh,
Yeah, this
you
is
know,
good.
it comes like into your nose.
And we'll drink the champagne later.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and
Yeah.
that's it for my gifts. But so yeah, how fun. I think these were all really good gift ideas. Even though again, we apologize to everyone that we're doing it a little bit late, but they could be ideas for other gift giving times and occasions, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Gift giving is all year round, not just
That's
Christmas.
right. That's right. And
Yeah.
you know, I gotta admit, this year I kind of like am sort of out of it when it comes to getting gifts.
I have not bought a single gift
Oh,
yet.
Neither have I.
I'm not
Neither
even
have I.
close. Like I don't
Yeah.
even have any ideas right now.
That- yeah.
Now maybe
Yeah.
some of these, but like literally I have no ideas and I hate the pressure.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I
I,
really do.
actually hate Christmas because
Don't
of that
say
reason.
that. Oh, because
I
of
am
that.
kind of a
Yeah.
Scrooge because I hate the idea of being pressured at one time of the year to have to give all these gifts
Yeah.
and then getting all these gifts that you don't necessarily want that is just cluttering up your house and then you have to keep because people come over
Yeah.
and then they want to see their gifts on display or whatever. I like
Right.
giving stuff that you can eat so that it's
Yeah, I
just
think
like
that-
out of your
Food and drink is always a good idea.
but then everybody always gives so much sugar.
Oh,
right?
that's true. Yeah, I know that's true. Yeah,
And
but
then
like
That's why the
you're
normal
enjoying
fuku
this.
thing is really great.
But then,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I'm always on the verge of diabetes. But then, yeah, and also that whole idea of like, you know, all the parties and stuff like that. Well, I like them just more spread out.
Yeah.
I think it's just too much.
That's true.
You gotta
Everything
go to
is
like 3
packed in.
parties in a night because everybody's having their party on that one Saturday.
But here, but also, let's talk about the fact that some people, it's, oh God, sorry, my email is coming through. Some people feel the loneliest during the holidays because they're not invited. They don't have family. They don't have friends. They don't, you know, they're not within the in crowd of like being invited to all of these functions. So that's something that we really should, you know, be mindful of too, because it's
They can have my invites. I don't want to go.
it's sometimes the most depressing time of the year for people.
A lot of suicides and stuff are happening.
Yeah,
so.
so that's the thing. We need to kind of, I think, remember that there are people who need a little bit of extra love or like a phone call or something. You know, think
My
about
family,
people.
we've always been known to do like orphan holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever. So we always end up with a huge. I just moved in. I barely have furniture, and I'm having 18 people over that I know of for Christmas. I'm sure it'll be like 20 something by the time the day rolls around.
By the time,
because we just like, oh, you're in town, you don't have a place to go, come.
Yeah.
Or
Which
even
is
if
nice.
you're not in town, like you want to come stay at my place. I have 5 people staying at my house,
Yeah.
and then like more people invited.
Well, okay. So look at this. Okay, you can't tell, Tamlyn. Her couch is the size of like a freaking like RV. I mean, it's huge.
It's ginormous.
It's ginormous.
But my mom bought it for me. That was my housewarming gift from my mom and my dad.
It's a lovely couch.
But it was sort of self-serving because at some point they're moving in with me and they're gonna live on that couch.
And last
Live on that
night
couch,
they
right.
came over because they were going to dinner, so they wanted to bring the dogs over for a little while. So I met Kelly's mom and
you
her
met
stepdad.
Manapua,
And your doggy Manapua.
who still won't let me touch her.
Yeah, Well, I think she's gonna
Takes
make
time.
she's making
Takes time.
progress. But anyway, but then after they came back from dinner, your parents just hung out on the couch.
They fell asleep. Did you notice?
I
They
did
fell
notice.
asleep on the couch.
I know it was so cute. I'm like, oh,
My
funny.
dad fell asleep the first day we got the couch.
I can see why
Yeah.
though. Okay, here's the other thing. It's covered in that really soft, furry material. You
Yeah.
know, like
Oh, no
that
wonder.
really soft, like plush material.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No
it's
wonder.
super high glam,
Yeah.
and it's actually dog friendly.
It is dog friendly.
Yeah.
Well, my dog loves it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
There you
all
go.
the dogs
Yeah.
love that.
She's
couch.
made herself at home already.
I know.
Yeah, she already loves Auntie Kelly's house. So
Oh my
She's
God. I love her
actually been
style.
sitting.
I love her
Just can I
style.
tell you, people have to see this dog right now. She is so adorable. She sits by the door looking out to the pool, and there's nobody out there, but
Nothing
she just
happened.
sits there and stares
because this
She's
is what she does.
contemplating life.
No,
Something's going to happen.
She's very
Something's gonna
philosophical.
happen.
I think she's
Yeah.
like asking herself, what is the meaning of life?
Right?
Yeah.
She is. I can see that.
She is.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
God.
Anyway.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, so this was great in terms of sharing our holiday ideas, even though how funny that we just shared all these gift ideas and then we're like, we hate giving gifts. Okay. That's the wrong message. Sorry, everyone. That's not what we meant. We meant the pressure of like having to give gifts when you kind of just for the sake of doing it.
Right.
Of course, you want to give gifts to your loved ones
All year round.
in a meaningful way. I think you have to like put some thought in a meaningful way. Just don't give a damn gift for just for the sake of doing it.
My family
Right.
is very practical. We don't
Yes.
give gifts that like,
Me too.
that you can't
Us too.
eat or use or,
Yes.
Oh,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
And
mom, she'll buy you like she'd rather give me like a year's supply of toilet paper than give me like
Yes.
a ring.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Yeah. That's true. That's true because she knows you're going to use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're going to need it. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And you're always going to think of me whenever
When you wipe
use
your
it.
butt.
It's like, yeah. Because that's what I used to do when you were a little baby.
Oh.
Okay. So nothing changes.
That's kind of
Nothing
poetic,
changes.
actually.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah.
poetic. Okay. On that note of butt cleaning, this is fun.
Give a bidet.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to report back to you, Tamlyn, and everyone else after we
Yes.
go see you too.
You too at
And
the
we'll
sphere.
take a bunch of videos and photos and stuff like that.
It'll be
but,
so fun.
Yeah. It will be
looking forward
great.
to it.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, at some point, the three of us will be in the same room and we're
Yes.
going to do this together at some point
In the new year. In the year of the dragon.
Yes.
Year of the wood dragon.
Yes. Okay. Before we go though, one last question for everyone because it is the
Yes.
holidays, and I don't know if you do New Year's resolutions or if you have any New Year's goals, like something that you're looking forward to. Is there anything that you've thought of?
Well,
that you
other
want-
than losing weight, which is always everybody's, right? Everybody wants to get in shape. Everybody wants to lose whatever the extra pounds that they've gained. Mine used to always be to show up on time.
Oh, are you always late?
No.
Do you know?
no,
You know what's so
no.
funny? I probably have owned like 50 watches in my life, and I have never bought one for myself.
You're not getting the hint then. You're not getting the hint.
Wow.
I think it's because I'm always late. But I'm not always terribly late. I'm like,
What's
15 minutes
late?
max.
Okay, that's not bad, but
That's still terrible.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad.
I can't stand people being late. I can't.
No.
Yeah, no, I can't. I'm always on time.
Are you?
On the button. Like even when I try to be late because I know other people are going to be late, I'm still on time. It's like a disease or something. I cannot be late. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'm usually like 5 minutes.
okay.
5 minutes.
So you're saying that your goal is to be more on time.
More on time.
Okay.
More on
That's a
time.
good one.
Okay.
I need to be more May.
That's it. You need to be more man. Yes, exactly. Tamlyn, do you have any sort of New Year's?
I think it's just because of the overriding mood of what's going on in the world and stuff. It's like, I think if I'm going to teach somebody something that I think they need to learn, I also have to be open enough to learn something from persons who need to teach me something. So it's like, okay, all right, yes, we got to keep thinking about how we can be better. And I think it's a two-way street. It's like, you should think about, Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander issues. It's like, but what can I learn from your culture, from your line of thinking, from your family? I think it's that two-way exchange. It's that two-way street. To be more conscientious of that. It's like
That's a really hard
not
one.
always saying,
But
you
that's a
should know
good
this. You should know our history because it's our history. It's like,
Yeah.
yes, then what is
about
it
others?
from your history that could become my history as well?
And does that also, is that only cultural, or does that also include politics? Because
Yeah.
because
Exactly.
that's I think
that's a big one.
the big divide, right? Is that nobody wants to hear from the other side or learn about what the other side is thinking.
Yep.
It's
right?
like, exactly. It's like trying to define why I believe in this way, why I
Exactly.
think this is the best way to go. And exactly try to open up as to why they think instead of pronouncing judgment. And I know that's very, very, very difficult to do.
Yeah.
But trying to say, okay, I got to give this person a break because this person is not doing it. And I think it comes out of doing the play. It's like playing these adult characters that are the antagonists.
Yeah.
It's like persons who are perceived as evil, bad, ill-willed. They don't purposely act bad or evil or ill-willed.
No.
There's a reason why.
They're
Yes.
justified
There's a
in
reason
whatever it
why.
is they're
Right.
Yes,
doing.
exactly.
Where is it
So
coming
it's
from?
like it takes time, which a lot of us don't have a lot of. But it's like if I'm going to have a
Patience.
minute or two just to say, can I dive in? And it's like try. It's a practice.
Yeah.
It's a practice.
That's a good
So,
one. That's a
yeah,
really good
thank
one.
you.
Okay, mine is sort of not as like deep. I think one of my goals in the new year is I want to run a race.
Oh,
Because
what race?
Because I used to race a lot. I used to do triathlons. Like I was kind of crazy like
You
that.
little thing.
Oh yeah, I've done a couple of triathlons, and then I always used to do 10K races and stuff like that.
Oh my
And then I
God.
did like trail run races.
Wait, what is the longest of these races that you've done?
I've done a marathon.
Triathlon.
Okay.
Yeah, in terms of triathlon,
Yeah.
no, I've only done sprint triathlons. I've never done Olympic length.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Olympic length is crazy.
No. The crazy one is Ironman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is that different from
Oh,
Olympic
completely
length?
different. From
Oh, so-
Ironman
Completely
is
different,
insane.
Because that's a full marathon.
Full marathon and
then
like
a bike ride.
like several
and
miles swim, and I mean it's crazy. No, a sprint triathlon is like a half a mile swim and like a 12-mile bike ride and then like a 5K run or something like that. I can't remember now.
So what length run are you looking to do this year?
Yeah.
I would like to work up to 10K again because that was
that's not bad.
that was my length that I was very comfortable with. Right,
Yeah.
10K. So
Comfortable. That's not a word that you hear
Yeah.
associated with marathon.
I
Oh
know,
my
I
God.
know. Well, see, because I think marathon, half marathon, I was just like, I'm not doing this again.
Wait, what
it was,
marathon
it was
did you
just
do? I only did one in my life, and I said the same thing.
Are you? This is why I'm sure I got turned off by it in Singapore of all
Oh,
places.
you did Singapore?
I thought
oh
I was
my God,
gonna
so
die.
hot and sweaty.
Exactly. I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was
I
gonna
did
die.
Hawaii. That
Yeah.
was pretty
Oh,
hot in
yeah,
December. It
but
happens
it's
in
like
December.
I'm not somebody who wants to run for that long. Like that, I get bored. It's just too boring for
How
me.
many people were in that marathon? Because Singapore's small.
I don't know, but a lot of people come in for it. too.
Yeah, in
Right.
Hawaii too.
Yeah.
We had the year I did it in 2006. There were 28,000 runners.
Yeah, I'm
and
not
18,000 of them came from Japan.
I'm not. Oh,
And so many of them. It's like a thing where they just come and they don't practice for it,
They just
and it's
do
just
it.
like a big dare. Like they're and people are like literally like falling on the sides of the road, and,
Oh my
there are
God.
people who do it in zoris. What are those wooden?
no,
little
get
come
that-
on.
get
There's
that.
a guy who does it every year in those wooden Japanese sandals. There's a guy who I think might be Tongan or Samoan. He runs it barefoot. There are people who run it in like gorilla suits.
I mean, I
Oh
can
my
understand like a
God.
5K or 10K dressing up in costume, but the entire
A
marathon,
marathon in a gorilla suit.
No.
You're just asking for a
heart attack. Yeah,
heat
exactly.
stroke.
Exactly.
And then there are a lot of couples who come and dress as bride and groom and run in like a tuxedo and a bride's gown.
I mean, people are
Wow.
crazy. Yes, I mean, look, racing culture it's a whole culture, of course.
No,
Right?
that's your wedding gear. That's your wedding gear.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. That's what I'll
Yeah,
do. Yeah.
yeah.
But
Oh
but
my
I don't.
God.
I'm not going to do a triathlon because and I'll make this quick. because I think psychologically I got really spooked after my last triathlon where I almost drowned in the swim part.
Oh, I can imagine.
That's where people
Sure.
die. That's where people
Sure,
die. It's
sure, sure,
always
sure.
the swim, because the panic that you start feeling when they're splashing and everyone's running in the water and they're splashing and people are kicking you. And, I mean, you're literally, people are swimming over you. And then you start hyperventilating.
That's
because
the middle race, right? First you start with a run.
No,
and then
you start with the swim.
Oh, you start with the swim.
Start with the swim.
Okay.
You start with the swim.
And so I had to stop and start dog paddling because I started hyperventilating. I couldn't breathe.
Oh, of course.
And so I got the twisties, kind of like Simone Biles, right? I got psychologically spooked. And I said to myself, if I ever have to do this again, I think I'll have to go to a sports psychologist because I'm so freaked out by that portion. So after that, I just started doing duathlons, which is the run and biking.
Are you able to swim now?
I can swim.
Okay, you just
but
don't want to race.
I don't want to do a race with a bunch of other people kicking me and splashing me and making me drown. So I think unless I got help, I don't think I can do it again. It is a mental thing now.
That is
It's a
amazing.
mental block. So, so a race for me, if I could work up to, another 10K, whatever, I would love to be able to do that again. So that's sort of a straightforward goal.
You know what's really surprising is being from Hawaii, I'm actually a shitty swimmer. I almost flunked PE because I couldn't swim. Yeah.
What is wrong with
Oh
you?
my God.
I don't know. And actually, I went to Greece this year, this past summer, and the woman that I was actually on the boat with was a swimming instructor.
Oh,
yeah,
so did she
my
help
friend
you?
Bernice, and she taught me how to swim. Yeah.
Wait, you didn't know how to swim, or
I
you're just a
can
bad swimmer?
swim. I'm a terrible swimmer, but she taught me how to swim better. And gave me better form. And I was doing all wrong.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, and now I have a pool. Did I tell you guys? Did I tell you guys the very first day that I got the keys? My dog, I didn't know whether or not she could swim, and I was really worried about her. The day I got the keys, we're out by the pool. The dogs are outside. She comes running from around the house, around the corner, and dives into my pool.
Did she know how to swim?
I didn't know whether she did or not. And she went under for about 2 feet, and it took a little while for her to start rising. And I was like, I panicked and I jumped in, but I had these really heavy tennis shoes with the high heels. And I couldn't really swim to her fast enough. And she outswam me to the side of the pool.
Oh God.
She beat me to the side of the pool.
Oh my God, Kelly.
And I got wet for nothing.
But you got to be careful about that.
Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if she thought it was.
She probably thought it was just ground. I mean, she probably didn't know there was water there. How would she?
Because
she's
can
never been.
see it.
No. I bet the dog, she probably didn't even know there was water there.
Can't she smell it? Can't she see it?
I don't know.
She leaped into that pool as though it's not as though she fell in. It wasn't like she was struggling to stop.
Okay,
She
Okay.
dove into that pool.
So she must have some swimming genes in her.
Maybe.
Yeah, and next time she's gonna save your ass in the water, not the opposite, the other way around. Yeah, but anyway, okay. Well, so we have our little New Year's goals, and we have all our gift ideas. I hope everyone enjoyed the show, and we will see everyone in the new year.
Yes. And I'm going to get fat on these.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So good.
I'll send you some, Tam.
Okay.
All right. Happy holidays, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Have a great time tonight, you guys.
We will.
We will.
We will.
Happy holidays.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.